The idea that a machine could read your mind? It used to be pure science fiction, something you'd only see in movies. But today, that fantasy is inching closer to reality with every new algorithm and every line of code. AI systems are now being designed to listen not to our words, but to our very thoughts. They are mapping the invisible patterns of neurons firing inside our brains and turning them into data that computers can understand. We're entering a new era where privacy, identity, and even free will are starting to blur. Scientists around the world are racing to build these brain-computer interfaces. We're talking about tiny electrodes and wearable sensors that capture the electrical whispers of our brains. This raw neural data is then fed into massive AI models that can translate it into words, images, and even intentions. What started as a medical miracle to help paralyzed patients communicate is now evolving into something far more powerful and, frankly, controversial. It's a technology that could access the subconscious itself. Major companies like Neuralink and Meta, along with startups backed by DARPA, are quietly experimenting with systems that can detect not just what you want to say, but what you're thinking before you even say it. Imagine turning your imagination directly into an interface and your intentions into action. The potential benefits are revolutionary. Giving a voice to the voiceless, prosthetics controlled by pure thought, and immersive digital worlds guided by our emotions. But these breakthroughs also open a door that humanity might not be ready to walk through. Because when an AI starts to read thoughts, it also gains the ability to influence them. Every pattern it maps becomes another data point in a growing library of human consciousness. And the power to decode the mind inevitably brings the temptation to rewrite it. Governments might envision perfect surveillance. Corporations could dream of advertising that targets an emotion before it's even expressed. And militaries might imagine weapons that predict an enemy's next move. The line between understanding and controlling us is getting thinner every day. Today's AI models are already learning to associate brainwaves with visual patterns, reconstructing images that people have seen just from their neural activity. Tomorrow's systems might go even further, predicting your choices, your fears, and your desires before you're even consciously aware of them. This isn't magic. It's data-driven telepathy. It reduces thought to numbers, intention to probability, and emotion to code. It's the first step toward a world where machines know us more deeply than we know ourselves. Imagine a future where your headset or smartphone doesn't need you to type or speak. It just knows what you want. You think of sending a message, and it's sent. You imagine opening an app, and it opens. The convenience would feel miraculous, but the cost would be invisible. Every thought captured, every feeling quantified, every hesitation recorded and stored in massive databases. What happens when those databases are breached, or worse, controlled by entities that want your obedience, not your well-being? History has taught us that information is power, and the ultimate information isn't what you do, but what you think. There's a strange paradox here. The same technology that threatens our autonomy could also elevate us to new heights of connection. Imagine communicating emotions directly without words, sharing ideas instantly across languages, or creating art straight from your imagination. This AI-driven symbiosis could unite us, but only if it's guided by ethics, transparency, and human control. If not, the dream becomes a nightmare of digital puppetry, where our freedom is just an illusion curated by algorithms that know exactly which thoughts to amplify and which ones to silence. The question is no longer if AI can read minds. It's whether we can handle the truth when our minds become readable. Experiments are already showing shocking progress. AI translating brain scans into speech, recreating dreams into visuals, and identifying emotions from neural patterns with over 90% accuracy. With quantum computing on the horizon, decoding thoughts in real time isn't decades away. It could be just years. So, who will own your thoughts? Are they private property, or just another form of data to be sold and traded? Our laws aren't ready, the ethics are uncertain, and the race has already begun. The final frontier of privacy isn't your phone or your digital footprint. It's your mind. And that frontier is now under siege. Whether AI becomes a mirror that reflects our consciousness or a cage that contains it depends on the wisdom of the humans who build and use it. The battle for the human mind is about to begin. Thanks for watching. If you found this thought-provoking, Hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of technology. See you in the next one.